really should be eating more tomatoes. Actually, I should eat more tomatoes.
Hey, you guys, can we see if I have any tomatoes around?
Yep, you have mangoes and papayas too. They're all great for your skin.
What you really need is a little snake venom. Everybody out here is doing it. Are you kidding me? Snake venom? Like in a vial? You're a poser. But if you want the real deal, you gotta go with the real deal. Fang toothpaste. And I could totally hook you up. I know this guy who knows this guy who knows this gardener. His stuff, it's killer. You realize you just said killer when you were talking about snake venom, right? No? Okay, well, I'm gonna go get dressed. Mangoes and papayas? Oh. Okay. Just kind of let him know which area to focus on, and then he wrangles the viper, points it in that direction, and he asks you to anger it. That's the really important part, and then it strikes. And then you just rub the venom in. Easy peasy. Yeah, see, about that snake venom thing, not so much according to the board. Or you could have some vitamin-packed fruits and veggies to maintain your youthful glow. Maybe add in some exercise and quality sleep. Yeah, I saw the site too.
Whatever, it's your choice. Let's start with the yummy stuff.
I need a script. Where's my script? There you go. Hey. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, everybody ready? And action. Another take. Go again. Cut. It's not the right script. If you don't give her the right script, the words aren't going to come out of her mouth that I want for the picture. I'm done. I'm out. Going to the trailer. Let's break for lunch.
I am exhausted. Oh, I can't imagine.
And as the delicate, gentle, and melodic piano, yeah, I blew the hell out of that line, guitar music starts to play in the background, I greet you. Live from New York, it's Monday Evening Live! Okay. I don't know what kind of laughter that was. I'm never going to do it again. I am Flynn Church. It is 6:05:32 p.m. on Monday, March 25th, the last Monday of March, and the first Monday of spring, though you could have fooled me judging by the gray eyes and freezing rain here in Chicago. Ooh, Spaceman's and Planets Side. Have fun. Vanu Sovereignty rules all. Vanu Sovereignty rules all. Anyway, I am Flynn Church, and this is the Church of Flynn for tonight, the date I already read. We are going to go right back into Bastion. If we hit the right source, look, it's Bastion, and we're going right back into it. Now, if you remember when we left off on Friday, we had covered the first 6 cores of the story, and the survivor, whose name escapes me, had just gone crazy from stuff he had read in the found diary, and was going to kill us all, or do something. I don't know exactly. We're going to find out. Hope everybody, and I do mean everybody,
Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
I got a monument.
Zolf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped, started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him.
Sounds like a terrible, terrible, terrible mess, my friend. Just terrible. Alright, well, let's go back into it. Let's not fall off the edge of the rope. Ooh, something's available in the forge. That's right, I got something greasy for the pistols. Ammo capacity or scatter.
Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm.
Help ease out the scatter. No idea what the something foul and the something burnt is. Something coarse for the musket. Improve the range, improve the spread, improve the range but nuke the spread, improve the spread but nuke the range. Well, since I've been using the musket, I ain't gonna really bother. And that's the Fang repeater, which I haven't been using either. So I'm just gonna go on with the dueling pistols.
Kid ain't finished here yet.
Oh, right though. Gotta do that thing down there.
Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put her back together. The shards.
So now I gotta go get.
We're gonna need all of them to nurse the Bastion back to health. The city brought the shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back.
Alright. Okay, so where are we going? Ah, here we go. The Jawson Bog. So let's do the Jawson Bog. See you, Mercor. And we will be around tomorrow with Bioshock Infinite.
Kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do?
That's true.
Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad.
See ya. Have a good time shooting people.
But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine.
I'll certainly hope they can, even.
Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know.
Prosper Bluff, huh?
Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
Whoa. It's got dark up there. I think maybe I'm gonna take you out from a little bit of range here, because I'm afraid to get too close. Because you Jack and Nanny's blow up a little bit. Jack and Nanny's. I don't know what a Jack and Nanny is. Certainly hope it's a good thing. Whoa!
The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. That a survivor?
Looks like the
No,
same.
ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much?
Do you want to see some more?
I'm Zolf of Liura. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure.
Now the kid sees something stranger still.
All yours.
Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, pineapples, swamp weeds, ankle gaiters.
Oh right, I gotta hit this guy. Ooh, level 4. Something just flew in my ear. Weird feeling what that is. Okay, not the button I wanted to hit. Let's try maybe not rolling into the toxic fish for a second or 6. Or maybe not toxic, I don't know.
Now Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid sets foot inside one of Ceylondia's famous watering holes.
The Soul Regret. Nice name, I must admit.
He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. He's a petty thief. The security's just making straight now.
guys on the ground. Oh, I know full well that ain't about it. Back up. Shoot your asses. Tiny bit between my point.
Kid succeeds where the calamity failed.
I killed everything. That's what I'd do.
Would you look at what he did to poor old Rondy, the bartender?
He's already dead. What was I
Proper
doing?
story is supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky.
I'll admit there are worse ways to live.
He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Pith, the bull. The gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too.
You put these things in the saddest possible ways, mister.
He sees what's left undone.
Who in the hell are you, man? I guess I'll take a nap because the game says I need to take a nap. Okay, 1 second.
Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to.
It's because he's awesome.
The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Disgusting things.
Yeah, but you know, it takes all kinds of creatures to make the world what the world is. If it weren't for the disgusting, what do you got left?
Ever heard of a lung blossom?
I knew a few
It's
smokers.
bigger than the stories say. The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak. Bootlickers dig their nasty thorns into his heels. Everything wants to itch when I have no time for it. They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind. Well, the kid prunes it down to size somehow.
I'm the kid. Don't nothing stop me. For better or for worse.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it.
This fart kid ain't never said nothing, so, Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
Trapper snare, huh? Mirror shield.
Want to stay alive in the wilds? Pack a pair of pistols and a good blade.
Worked so far. Take the squirt cider. Ow. And the Hardy Punch.
Hardy Punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.
Yeah, so much for it indeed. Indeed, 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 indeed.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon.
Which is, of course, why I'm going right there.
Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here.
Oh good, I'm in the land of horror stories. That's all I needed, is to be someplace.
All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about.
Just get down, boys.
Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon.
Sneaky decoy.
These beasts, they don't like company.
Oh, dropped a little something something on me. Yeah, well, good enemy, bad enemy, whatever.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place.
What the hell is a brusher? The kid asked if nobody, because nobody's going to answer. It's kind of dumb. Not gonna lie, that was pretty stupid of me. Hope everybody had a really, really damn fun weekend.
They used to think that ankle gators were extinct.
Hope whatever you were doing, it was good for you. I had a good old weekend. Actually, I had a really good weekend for one. Sometimes, you know. Whoa, what the?
Well, they ain't.
Scheinberg.
One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne.
Did she get revenge? You're fucking targeting the thing right there.
The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course.
I hadn't noticed.
Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things.
Oh, so they're a bit like, things. They're like ferrets. Much less cute.
Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? The stinkweed.
Yeah, which is why I'm shooting it. Oh, it got me.
Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist.
Yeah, I know how it is sometimes when you see a pecker out there and you're just like, you know what, I'd like to grab that pecker.
Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools.
I got guns. What the hell else weapons do I need? I can shoot her, I can stab her. Sounds like a combination of winning to me.
The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same.
So I got a pike, huh? Ooh, hello. So it's real strong, but real slow.
Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit.
Well, that's good of her, because I do hate the idea that I'm going to have to kill her. I mean, I'm going to have to kill her. That's the game. The music just got really happy, cheery.
Kid's got a mean throwing arm.
Ugh, it's not the one I wanted. Did the job, but it's not what I thought I was using.
Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths.
Well, it's a good thing I'm stupid and more than willing to go down them.
Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch. He holds his ground. Seems the Queen's running out of options.
Then the kid gets ahead of her and the game's not quite sure how to deal with that.
The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. That old gator's right on his tail. They say you can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining, and it ain't raining. Can't get hasty in a place like this.
You just told me I gotta get hasty, so how about you make up your
That's
mind,
ankle gator
Dago?
country for you.
You gotta move fast, you gotta move slow, you gotta move fast.
have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding.
She really needs to stop scaring peckers. Something pointy. I'm going over here. Y'all can enjoy the hell out yourself.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait.
Well, if that works. I mean, if it works.
Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. The shard's sitting in plain view. He's got it, and now to finish her off.
Why don't I just leave? She's got the old Japanese teardrop eye going on.
She's starting to get annoyed.
You think maybe? The wrong button to roll. Oh, come on, I rolled. Oh, come on, really? They changed all the timing.
And now he's made her mad.
That made her mad?
Rest in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers.
Yeah, pardon me, I'm just gonna get
Kid's
the hell
done
out.
what needed to be done. Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel.
What crown jewel are you talking about, my man?
All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it.
I'm distinctly glad you think so, sir. Because you wasn't the one that went out there and worked your ass off.
Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city.
Alright, so the something pointy upgrades the brusher's pike. Which also means there's only 4 weapons left. Looks like a crossbow. Throw, reload, or crit hit chance.
To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't.
No, she wasn't. She ain't nothing now. Take back my
He's a
mirror
spitting image of Slinger Jawson with that pike and them pistols.
I have no idea who that is, but I'm glad I'm their spitting image.
That gator's a crazy gal, but so's the gal who promised to look after her.
I need one more different kind of beast to get the mercy. More secret skills, 5 more mementos.
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
Point Lemaine, or Lemagang, or Lebagoon, or lega. Get a leg up, get a leg up.
Know how Ceylondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
I'd like some chow mein.
But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
What is it on now?
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
This thing hits me.
Point Lemaine's seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works.
That sounds both good
Of
and
course,
bad.
it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
I kind of like this rifle. It's got perks. The thing hits like fucking crazy.
Grand rails all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
Move forward a little bit, kid.
Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place.
Intimidate. Proceed on upwards.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, but with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that.
Y'all better watch out. I got me this weapon here, and I'm shooting every motherfucker in the business. That's what I thought.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
Pineapple was the best you could come up with.
Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired
I'll
in
keep
the
this. I like this
Uruk-Salamian
setup.
War.
Rifle and pike. Looks real nice. Of course, I mean, it's all about the violence.
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
was it now? What they decide to mix it up with? A little Coke and Jack? Pepsi Cola? Sit down, birdie. Sit down. Oh, cotton kindly to your ship.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. Hey, you know, we're going to tear through your territory with this here railway line, and we don't care if you like it or not. Deal with it.
The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central.
That's good. I didn't need it to be secure or nothing.
Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath?
Yeah, a couple
While
times.
shooting a genuine registered army carbine? While choking on swamp weed?
That part I ain't.
While peckers trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun. But then, at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days.
I'm picking swamp weed out of my butt for days.
Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you.
No, what's waiting for me? Come on, out.
At
with it.
first, he thinks it's Zulf.
It does look like him.
This is for you, says the man. Then wham.
Wham episode.
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone. But something else is there.
A letter addressed to Zia.
Well, what's the kid to do?
Oh, this kid's going home. I
He
don't know
took the
about
shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
He took it right up the wazoo.
That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
I have no idea.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf. Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
So what do you got to say, old man?
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
Alright, I'm gonna upgrade the Lost and Found.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
Yeah, we kinda does. So what do y'all got in the armory? The arsenal, excuse me. Oh yeah, 'cause I got the carbine.
Sometimes a brusher's pike just ain't enough. That's what the carbine's for.
Alright, so there's one more weapon left. Well, no, 3 more weapons. Upgrade for material. Still looks like a crossbow. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Alright. Bullets cause knockback, 30% speed while aiming.
That's the way to make every shot count.
Tell you what right now. What do y'all got in this Lost Offense? So Pike Vault, Final Warning, Breaching Bullet, Dual Decider, Graver Slash, something pointy, something coarse, something fancy, something greasy, something nasty, something burnt, something sharp, something stringy, heavy, foul, Spyglass, Crystal Bear Rat, something wrong, Whale Oil, Lunkhead Liquor, Bull Brandy, Stab Scent, Graver Gimlet, Leechade, Mender Mead. Ooh, I'd go after that like crazy. I'm kind of avoiding the Lost Effect because I think the Lost Effect is just shit you were supposed to get during the level and you did.
The shards are getting harder to find.
Not that much harder to find. I got 2 of them. Colford Column and Trigger Hill. Let's go Colford Column.
Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too.
Well, you know,
best to keep out of the cauldron.
That's not really what I wanted him to do, but okay. Gotcha. Fool head off.
It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this.
Yeah.
As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions.
I got a blowtorch.
The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
That's an intriguing bit of kit. It's a big goddamn rifle. I'm clearing brush, call me the brush man. I'm getting rid of everything that's in my way.
Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Can't fault our people for their natural curiosity now, can you?
You can. You seem like a dickhead doing it. I don't love this weapon, mostly because I can't keep swinging it. You got this crazy...
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here.
completed. The triggers. Defeat a foe with a single power shot from extreme range. Oh, okay, awesome.
But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing.
Stop fucking putting those things wherever I am. Boom shakalaka.
The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt.
Sulfury. I don't really want to do that, but okay.
The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs.
Ugh. Yeah, I know that kind of air. Nobody like that.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them.
Well, that's just cruel. It's making it something that even tastes good.
Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash.
I found a pecker nest. I found a nest of peckers and I took them home with me because I
The more
like
ash we
peckers.
swept aside, the more life we found.
Come on, buddy.
We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway.
Very Dark Souls of y'all. I suggest next time that you play a nice game of Parcheesi. It's a little less likely to damn you to eternal hell.
Place as inhospitable as they come. But still, we pressed on.
What are you gonna do otherwise? Game ain't gonna go forward if I don't. Onwards and upwards we climb. To see the end, to find where the horizon lies. Curiosity was the only commodity we had.
After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron,
So only ourselves looking back at us?
looked down through all the smoke and flames. We saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity.
I don't like the insinuation of that comment, sir. Alright, and it's time for
We
everything.
had to have it.
So we fucked up.
As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Johnson Bog.
Yeah, thanks for the update there, Storyteller News Network.
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him.
That was nice of it.
Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
Come on. Give me 2 seconds to work here. Yeah, just keep giving me healing stuff, I don't mind.
Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day.
Pimple on a school day. That's a phrase I'm gonna remember.
But where there's one stink eye, there's always more.
I'll pop your ass like a pimple on a prom night. Game got a lot better all of a sudden. I don't know why. It wasn't bad before.
The
Now
cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. The kid don't shed any tears for him, though.
at that time when he falls off the ledge. Bam. These things get way too fucking much HP. Man, I feel like I'm walking around with a freaking flamethrower. Whoa, okay, I can't walk there. That was dumb.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city.
Whee!
But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney.
It suits him, Grimshot.
We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now.
If they could see us now doing whatever we're doing.
The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
That's good of it.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Really? Private reserve? What end, old man? To what end are we doing this?
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
Mount Zand, huh? So let's see what's going on at Mount Zand.
Can't rightly call Mount Zan a mountain anymore.
Ah, you can. It's just...
There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot.
Worse choices. mean, at least it's something.
Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find.
Well, they should stop hoarding them because it makes kids steal their shit.
We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard.
Yep. Like I said, if y'all kept your shit to yourself, if you kept away from my shit, we wouldn't even be having this here conversation.
It's a delicate situation.
When the kid walks off the ledge.
Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own.
Well, that only makes sense. Same situation, wouldn't you? Got the safety for you.
They even dragged their children into this.
And then the children walked off a cliff.
Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
That's pretty much what I'm doing, boss. Show them a little human mercy, if you will. It still exists in the world.
Without a doubt, the situation stinks.
You're a damn poet, boy, or man. You get paid for this shit for the catastrophe collision. Hurfle, wurfle, bliggle, whop.
There's only one kind of mercy left these days.
They just gave me a fucking mortar. That's kind of a dangerous object to give someone like me who happens to be, you know, like me. I got a damn mortar and a flamethrower now. That's kind of a wild arsenal to... Hey, ah, shit.
What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves.
Arsenal. In case I wanted to shift or something, which I don't right now, so...
Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking.
Well, sometimes that's just the way it works.
Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our Bastion is everybody's gain, not just ours.
You don't sound too convinced.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
That kinda makes me wonder just how beast are they? I mean, because if we're talking about simple beasts here, they're doing a lot.
They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have.
Which again begs the question. How bestial are these beasts?
They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have. The beasts of Mount Zan go all out.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Shouldn't barely hitting yourself. There we go.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have.
Maybe.
You just really need their shard.
Are we really the nice guys here? Are we the winners?
Kid got it fair and square.
I got my questions. You know what? Ain't no reason.
You don't need to keep tangling with all those things. He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
It's my nature to worry, sir.
We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete.
You don't sound too convinced.
Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
Whoa.
He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
Apparently I am in who knows where. I think I know where I'm at.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
No, he ain't.
What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once.
He seems to penetrate their defenses, which is nice. Really rather not have
Once there
war.
was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals.
It's a weird condition, given they talk about the Uras being all awesome and stuff.
Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. The mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father.
Ah, come on.
Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mancers. It's for your own good, he said.
It's probably right. Sad, but right.
She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
One musician to another. Appreciate that. Now we reach that point when I really am not happy I got the flamethrower and fucking mortar. Barely hit these jackass. Come on.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Uri trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Looks like she's about to get sucker played. Oh, of course I'm gonna get hit. Damn it. Why are you swinging around real slow with the thing, bro? Turn, shoot. Turn, shoot.
The young man convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals.
That won't end badly or nothing, I'm sure. How could that possibly go wrong?
When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out.
Come on, get free.
The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals.
You can't go back to the terminal, sweetheart. You can never go home again.
They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
That does not sound like the safest plan I have ever heard two people come up with.
One day that gonna build that city on a hill. Gonna build that city on a hill.
Again.
Someday those tears are gonna spill. So big that one build it strong. We'll be there before too long.
But the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls.
Right, it only does that if you...
Someday your body's gonna fly. Gonna build that wall until it's done.
The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tazzle terminals.
Oh, what an asshole.
But now you got to let it run. So build that wall and build it strong, 'cause we'll be there.
She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free.
Yeah, so I don't think it worked out for him as well as we liked. Oh, come on, don't walk off the damn ledge, you fool.
I dig my hole, you build a wall. I dig my hole, you build a wall.
Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
Gonna build that city on a hill.
Okay, I gotta move. Would you stop with whatever's holding me in place?
Someday those tears are gonna spill. So build that wall and build it strong.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
What the hell? Oh,
Lost my train of thought there. The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her.
Well, and now we know where the girl came from. Kind of a bummer, that one.
When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it. Still no mail. Go figure. Suppose it's true, a little song can put things in perspective. Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier.
Oh, it's a gramophone without a record port.
The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though. seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends.
So what do we got? Foes shall regenerate, and foes shall deflect attack on whim. I think I'll skip those for now and get some rewards from the memorial. Couple I know I got. Yeah. Finish the triggers.
The triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew. The cinders kept the city good and warm, made it thrive.
Okay, it's gotta be 70 HP, 70 damage with the K. Wondered why
I've
that
asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own.
I think I'm out of beverages. I know I got tons. Shit. Throw on some dread drum. Dread drum, dread drum.
Dread rum's brewed from swamp weeds, so its effect is as bold as its flavor.
So now I basically have the soundtrack. That's cool. Alright, so that's upgrade for the mortar. It's blast radius or faster reload. And that's fuel generation. I need
At least it
fuel
won't get
generation.
cold around here with that thing around.
That's a given. But I'm also going to switch back Galleon mortar to the army carbine.
When one type of firepower ain't enough, there's always the carbine and the bellows.
I got no upgrade materials for the carbine.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
I don't know what gives you that idea, but okay. Well, we're running out of maps, so yeah. Y'all quiet. Chat.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Zealandia.
Sorry.
It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes a burstone quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, rattletails. Why would the Ura put up with those pests?
I don't know, you tell me. Oh, he's on my side. Big old beard.
Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nested in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things.
Memory stones?
They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in.
Interesting, said the man.
The quarry's secrets ain't exactly obvious.
That much is true. That much is obvious.
No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them.
Do rocks call collect?
Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place?
Oh, I'm sure they all got their reasons.
Even Stink Eye started taking root.
God.
The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told him the quarry's bad news.
Hey man, I would agree with the gods in this case. They seem to know their shit. This is not a good happy time, fun mojo playtime. There's some serious footing going here. Serious shit.
Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the rattletails at bay. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend.
Sounds like it both was and wasn't, my friend. And the kid rolled off like the 17th ledge tonight. Question, how the hell do I get over here? Answer, don't be a dumbass. It's a lot easier, tell you what.
Those rocks all polished to a mirror sheen.
Mm-hmm. I had rather noticed.
The largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
So they were power supplies. The plot thickens. Something just ain't right, you know?
The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
Voyage to the motherland? Are these guys Muscovites?
Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry?
Yeah.
That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive thing stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him.
Why in the name of...
The only thing harder than the rocks immersed in the quarry is Sir Lunky's head.
Yeah, well, he ain't fireproof, so he's about to die. If y'all just brought in a flamethrower or something, much shorter situation. Really, could I get like what, fucking 7,000 turrets everywhere? That was a mistake.
We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone.
Well, it doesn't seem that difficult. I just burned
Then the kid
ball.
hears a voice calling from down the hall. Are you alright? It says.
Of course I'm alright, I'm the kid. Kid don't fear nothing.
It's him. I've come to warn you, he says.
About what?
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back.
Why would I not go back?
Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred.
I mean, why would I?
If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will. Say what you will about Zolf, but he's a man of his word.
Well, shit.
His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Zolf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge.
Okay, so I got the mercy.
No way out of this. Not without a fight.
And then I got the ground.
They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back.
It's a good thing there is a back to go in through.
I should have told him sooner about all this. To make matters worse, seems that Ura took the girl.
I'm not real happy about this. This does not make me happy. You hear me, sir? I'm not happy about this situation at all.
Unfortunately, they broke in and they started digging their holes. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop him, but we needed him. Our baby pecker, he don't make it.
Okay, I can't even see what I'm supposed to fight here. Stop moving like that.
Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked.
Fuck.
We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the calamity. It was Ceylandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out.
I had my suspicions.
But part of that plan backfired, didn't it?
No shit.
If only Zolf knew the whole story. What were we to think? They must have got her, taken her back to her rightful home.
You know, I got the suspicion that no, they didn't. Alright, so a bunch of my shit is blocked off.
The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. The culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes. The mercy, the windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot.
Finish the conscience.
The conscience. We haven't lost everything, long as we have that.
Go over. Finish
The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild.
Alright. Almost got the country. Use the forge to upgrade several weapons to the 3rd level. Gather fragments of the old world. Spend the required number. Overcome the trial of the gods. Survive a trip to who knows where with at least one shrine item activated. That's for another time. Let's see. No, nothing for that. Not using the pike. We did get something for the flamethrower. No, I've... Oh, okay. No, I don't have... Didn't I already do
That mortar's gonna leave a lasting impression.
Well, that's the galleon mortar. I thought that was a flamethrower, or flame bellows. So there's one weapon left.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
Okay, these are all trials. So the last the shard at the Urzenda Gate. What did we do to fuck this all up?
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us.
Oh, I don't guess it's that
And
easy.
mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand.
I was gonna
Zolf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand as living proof of that. At the heart of the calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me.
Yeah, 'cause you're the kid. Unless I'm absolutely retarded.
We sought solutions far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now.
No better than to not mess with a kid with a flamethrower. His name is the kid. He isn't just a kid with a flamethrower, he's the kid with a flamethrower.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit.
Why were you so involved with fruit? Yeah, I know. That's bad. Dad joke's a term for joke only old dad would use. Stupid. Like, can you dad make me a sandwich? Okay, poof, you're a sandwich. That's the ultimate dad.
Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
Fancies for the carbine, which would be nice. I don't foresee one coming my way no more.
It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven.
Now und Ven.
Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash.
Make it
Just
not
like
exist.
that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone.
exist.
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort.
Never say last resort to a military man. They tend to have a really bizarre interpretation of the last resort. Something wrong? An upgrade material for a certain weapon.
But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own.
Uh-huh. Sounds like Ven ruined all the fun for everybody.
He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces.
Yep, that would be back in 19th Street. He ruined it for everybody. A lot of people like doing that. Why would you ruin it for everybody? Well, I guess if you're hardcore.
Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
Oh, teleport! Oh, my teleporter's freaking dead. So they fucked themselves, huh? One asshole didn't want to be Bastion. That's what he wanted. He got it.
But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
I'm not so sure. I ain't so sure. Something don't seem right. Just don't seem right at all.
Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Fried chicken like things.
For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off.
That's not a nice turn of phrase there, sir. Make it sound like I'm about to redo everything bad. Why?
First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. Zia.
Zia, huh?
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already. We ain't much for pleasantries.
You ain't much for much of nothing. That's me hitting the wrong button repeatedly. Something fancy, huh? Cavalry barrel for extra damage. We're aiming for
Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape.
Sorry. Ain't even a question. Ain't even a question. I got something wrong. I don't even know what that goes to.
There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
We gotta save Zia.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it?
What the hell is that?
It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. We get straight down to business. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him.
Calamity cannon?
The Ura found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Sultan's Hollow. Kid has to put a damper on their plans.
So I got a gun that shoots pure calamity. Or does something involving calamity. I'm not a real fan of this idea. You have to pardon me here, stranger, but isn't calamity bad? What killed us all? Not nearly. And what turned most people to stone?
They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy, even. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around.
That's the country. Going out the country.
They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the calamity rocks slink back into the ground.
Do you really want to do that? Asked honest. I'm not sure we're doing the right thing here, stranger.
Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
You don't seem to be in much of a panic.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid.
And the kid cooks him up like chicken like he's been doing for the whole damn game.
Those rodents are just a bump in the road.
I hope whatever we're doing, I hope it's the right thing.
Kids picking the whole place apart, piece by piece.
What do I do?
By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. kid returns their greeting tenfold.
And they are desperate to stop my ass. D-E-S-P-E-R-A-T-E, desperate.
Most of the Ur's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. They're easy targets.
What the hell just happened? Pull that way? What the fuck are you doing? Do what you're doing.
Those calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside. The Ura keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther.
I feel like I'm a bitter asshole here all of a sudden, and I'm just like on a rampage and rush of carnage for no good reason.
Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening.
Yeah, like they don't know why I'm shooting them. Gee, I wonder what's going on, why they wouldn't know why I'm shooting them.
Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid.
Oh, come on. That works. Just not really the angle of it. There we go.
They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong.
I really should be eating more tomatoes. Actually, I should eat more tomatoes.
Hey, you guys, can we see if I have any tomatoes around?
Yep, you have mangoes and papayas too. They're all great for your skin.
Okay, what the fuck? Twitch has been muted for... Twitch has been muted for 2.5 hours, and all of a sudden it ran an ad and unmuted itself.
Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it.
Are you sure it's fixing it, though? You seem to be causing just as much problem. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm kind of a moral softy. You don't seem like you're doing that much favor.
Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
Time for civilized discourse. It's not like you ever had civilized discourse.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better.
Seems like we just started shooting at some point. It's been uphill from there.
Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
Begs the question, why didn't you?
Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry.
Sorry. I think I didn't. Yeah, they kind of do. You kind of dig them, man. This entire scenario is because you wanted to end war with violence. Do you not understand the fallacy of this statement?
But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge.
There ain't no bridges.
As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns.
Roll the right direction. Seriously, you guys gotta give me some. You're dead. You'll how much you stay dead?
There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon. All those dreams, snuffed out in the calamity, will bring him back.
You can't bring it back. It's already gone. And everything you're trying to restore is dead. Can't undo a calamity. Just isn't how it works.
Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for the Scowl to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped.
You went home.
No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
And you watched me run roughshod over my...
You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true. They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you?
Twangy thing? It's a harp, you fuckstick.
I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
Then get on it. Because you're doing a shitty job of it.
No matter what he's gonna face out there, it'll burn.
So rockets cause knockback, or rockets will not launch automatically. Let's
First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides.
I don't so much mind the the other one.
On the inside, a fire bellows ain't nothing like its more popular air-spitting cousin.
I cleared a vigil.
The country. She's all to pieces now, but still looking good.
I'm glad you think so.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
Yes, let's do this. Last area time. Point of no return. All that.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home.
And that'll learn you.
The calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all.
Wrong button.
You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting.
What are we fighting for? No?
You know what's funny? Well,
What's funny? Go on, tell me.
all of us are waiting for a kid. Look around. There's not much left to do here at the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right? But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete.
Better or worse.
What happens to Zolf will no longer matter. This disease the Earth planet here will go away.
Are you so sure? sure that this is gonna make everything okay? I'm gonna tell you right now, bottom of my heart. No, thank you.
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right.
I hope you're all right. Or I hope.
Problem is, we'll all be gone.
Stable time.
Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story. Good times, right?
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get the ability to jump. It's been the whole game I've kind of wanted the ability to jump. Now I can. And I don't really want it anymore.
You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. You follow me?
Cosmic reset button. This whole thing is a cosmic reset button. It's fucking Voyager effect.
All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at him. No mistakes. Anyone you've ever heard. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Well,
Ain't really gonna get much of a choice in the matter, is we?
I guess there's nothing more to say. Who am I kidding?
Sounds mostly like yourself.
Look. There's something else. A confession.
Feeling guilty about something, old man?
How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point.
Nope, that's not a platform.
There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing?
Kid?
The answer is... I don't know.
So how many times has the calamity happened?
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us.
Well, or just not have everything reset. You know, maybe I like it.
Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around. The weight of the calamity, it's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go.
Okay, that's a weapon.
Bastion does have another function. Speaking.
Yeah, what? That'd be a good time to come out with it, yeah.
If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off. Away from here.
You guys were planning for disaster. In your worst case scenario, of course.
You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you?
Surprised otherwise.
Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Zealandia. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Earth out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
I don't know what you're up to.
To try a Go Sleeveless deodorant for 5 days.
Okay, what?
Everybody got 2 t-shirts.
Which?
Which would they wear on
Jesus.
day 5?
Sleeveless.
For
Hi.
visibly softer and smoother underarms. Sleeveless ready
Why
in
am I
just
hearing
5
it
days.
I have no idea what's going on. It's the ads are. Would you stand up, please? The ads are fucking up. And since I have to watch ads in the broadcast monitor for some reason.
For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter.
You know way more than you're still letting on, old man. Just get that feeling.
It ain't a simple matter of pride either. It's such a shame, but that's life. One thing's for sure, the Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
No, I imagine they can't. I do sincerely doubt they're enjoying that experience. Oh, well, that would be the truth. Moral decision. I have to take him with me. I don't care that it leaves me unarmed.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight.
I can't leave him alone.
Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home. are making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. Eyes open wide, feel your
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now. He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days? Hey, kid. Get up, kid.
You think I ain't trying, old man? Think I ain't?
Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk.
Something ain't right.
The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions.
You made it.
You said something.
Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up. Zolf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
You tried.
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world. So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Hey, kid. Don't let anything you've done get to you. You could save all those creatures here and now. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it. Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him.
Indeed. Indeed.
You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
So do we restore it, fix the calamity, and bring everything back to the way it was? With the understanding that we will not only won't remember anything, but it'll probably all happen again. I mean, there's nothing that says it won't. Or we run away. We deal with what we have. We make the world a better place, I guess, by trying again. I can't let war happen again. I can't. I can't. We're evacuating. And off goes my controller to completely ruin the mood.
Oh, mother. And here I figured you'd had enough of me by now. You could have undone the calamity itself, but instead you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea of carrying on with you here. We can't go back no more, but I suppose we could go wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look in their faces when we dock this thing right on their doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
Shorter than I had expected, but distinctly packed with what it was. Deeper than I expected, a little bit. Now, it's hard to say that it wasn't just a little bit full of itself, I suppose. A little bit. That concludes Bastion. One ending of it anyway. We probably won't see the other ending here on the stream because, well, it's just really not the way we tend to work. It's been a pleasure playing with you. Have you watched this live or in the archives? I am. This one is going to be playing out. This is the Church of Flynn. Gaming channel on Twitch TV. We'll come back tomorrow, and tomorrow we will come back at the usual time. We'll come back whenever. And see if I can make it work.
I really should be eating more tomatoes. Actually, I should eat more.
Twitch.
Hey, you guys.
Ruined, mood, and tired. On behalf of myself and the Choir Boy moderation team, thank you for watching. May you have the best of all possible tomorrows, and may you and yours never need, never want, and never be alone. Peace, security, love to you, and until I see you again, I look forward to seeing you again. I'm going to let the credits roll, just in case there's something tucked away on the other side, but I'll probably be quiet for that. As a matter of fact, the microphone will be off. Happy Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.